Welcome to the final top 10 competition for the GeoElite Geography Tournament featured today this evening on YouTube. I'm your co-host Huang from the state of Washington.
I'm your co-host Srinidhaya Vempati from the state of New Jersey.
Today, this tournament is brought to you by the GeoElite team, learning geography the fun way. I'd like to personally thank content creators Anish and Soham and Max for being on the call today and helping moderate the top 10 finals competition today. As always, remember to go check out our website, geoelite.org, and create an account to access daily geography quizzes, updates on future GeoElite geography tournaments, and resources to study to improve your knowledge and understanding of the globe. We'll be watching a short introduction video to the GeoElite experience before we begin. Anish, it's up to you.
At GeoElite, we believe that geographic education is a critical criterion for success in the 21st century. We believe that an understanding of the world's regions, cultures, and countries is a necessity for anyone to be a good global citizen.
At GeoElite, we strongly feel that competition reinforces learning, which is why we host regular, intense, and high-quality tournaments to test our contestants' knowledge and preparation. We offer generous prizes to our tournament winners.
On our website, www.geoelite.org, we have records of past tournament results as well as signups for future tournaments. Plus, we have a unique daily 3-question quiz about a specific topic in geography. High scores of these quizzes will be displayed on our homepage leaderboard.
We post both fun and educational content on our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to follow us on each of these websites. If you are a K-12 student, we highly encourage you to create an account on our website and to register for our next tournament. If you have any inquiries about our organization, or if you are interested in joining our team, contact us at geoeliteteam@gmail.com. We wish you well on your GeoElite journey.
All right, there it is. Remember to start your GeoElite experience at geoelite.org today. We'll be moving on to the next slide now.
At
GeoElite and our cash prizes for this tournament are proudly sponsored by Xtracurriculum. Xtracurriculum is a top-tier learning platform for mathematics and computer science. They offer several highly ranked courses driven by tutors for all grade levels, as well as courses to learn coding and to prepare for the American math competition. We highly encourage all of our participants, spectators, and online viewers in the GeoElite community to check out Xtracurriculum's website at xtracurriculum.com. If you are looking to get into mathematics competitions or coding, there's no better place to start than Xtracurriculum. With that, we are also partnered with the GeoEd Foundation, a nonprofit organization promoting geographic education and learning. Let's get started now by meeting our top 10 finalists. First up, from the state of Pennsylvania, we have Colin Hu. Next up, from the state of Texas, we have Ashmith Kumbala. And next, from the state of New Jersey, Tom Katuosko. And next up, from the state of Texas, Nithin Vemula. And next, from the state of Michigan, we have Vade Muthusamy. And next, from the Peach State of Georgia, we have Anish Raja. Next, from the territory of Guam, Napu Blas. And next, from the state of Louisiana, Andrew Minigar. And last but not least, from the state of Connecticut, we have Roman Gagliardi. Congrats to all of you for making it to the finals of this year's Summer GeoElite Geography Tournament. Now, let's get an overview of the rules. Our contestants will have 12 seconds to answer each question, both common and individual. During individual questions, both of the contestants' hands must be up the entire time. They will receive a warning and then disqualification if they do not abide by these rules. During a group question, everyone's camera must be adjusted so that one hand is shown writing an answer while the other is covering the answer. With those rules aside, we state that our pictures are either under Creative Commons license from NASA or are in the public domain. So we are strictly within the boundaries for copyright laws, and our sources and licenses will be linked in the description box down below. If there are any errors regarding this, please email us at geoeliteteam@gmail.com and we will remove your picture immediately. In the event of a tie during an elimination within the competition, we will take our finalists' qualifying scores to determine who will move on in the competition. Thanks to our generous sponsors, the Summer GeoElite Tournament will have significant cash prizes. First place takes the grand total of $60, second place with $30, and third place with $10. Just a reminder to subscribe to GeoElite if you like our content and want to sign up for the next GeoElite tournament happening this winter break. The sign-up link will be in the description box down below. As well, remember to follow us on Instagram at GeoElite International. If you have any questions, you can always email us at geoeliteteam@gmail.com and we will respond within 24 hours. With all that out of the way, let's get started with the competition.
All right. Round 1 is called Local Landmarks. This round will test your knowledge on natural and man-made attractions around the United States. You'll have 12 seconds to answer your individual question. A correct answer during this round will be worth 1 point. Remember to follow the rules stated in the introduction. Good luck, and let's get started with the first question.
Let's go now to slide number 1.
All right, Colin, are you ready? All right, Colin, here is your question. The tranquil old-growth forest surrounding the Sol Duc Valley creates a rustic scene that is an ideal place to visit for hikers, picnickers, and nature lovers visiting the U.S. West Coast. This valley occupies a national park southwest of the Salish Sea on what large peninsula, containing the westernmost point of the contiguous 48 states? Your time starts now. And that's time. The correct answer.
Yeah, the correct answer was the Olympic Peninsula.
All right.
Yeah, no points there. All right, next up is...
And Ashmit, are you ready? All right. Beginning at the edge of the West Tavaputs Plateau, the Rowan Cliffs are a group of high-terrain physical features that create a series of spectacular valleys and scenic ravines in the Uinta mountain range. Let me just spell that, U-I-N-T-A. Part of Utah's dry and desolate eastern frontier, the Rowan Cliffs are situated on the upstream course of what river, the longest tributary of the Colorado? Your time starts now.
Green River?
Yeah, that's correct. Good job. And Tom, here is your question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Built as part of a U.S. program designed to strengthen coastal defenses in the event of an invasion, Fort Morgan was constructed to control passage in and out of a nearby inland estuary on the Gulf of Mexico. It now resides on a peninsula across a narrow strait from Dauphin Island, located east of the Gulf Islands National Seashore, near the southern shore of what bay that receives the Coosa River? Your time starts now.
The Mobile Bay.
Yeah, that's correct. 1 second. All right. Nathan, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. An example of the former Mississippian culture in North America, the Angel Mound State Historic Site was the product of an abandoned Native American town whose waterfront was originally situated along the northern banks of the Ohio River. Now used as a part of a system to educate people about past indigenous cultures, this site is located in what city, the largest in southern Indiana? Your time starts now.
Evansville.
Yeah, that's correct. And the ancestors of the Aga Idokado and the Pukwidokado North American tribes inhabited the Great Basin region for hundreds of years before they were forced to the confinements of the Walker River Indian Reservation, where their descendants continue to live today. The ranges of the Aga Idokado and the Pukwidokado North American tribes once extended from the Great Basin in the east to what large lake in the west, forming the boundary of the Carson City metropolitan area?
Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, that's correct. And okay. Anish, are you ready?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. The birthplace of Pepsi Cola, formerly a pharmacy, is now a museum in the actual place where pharmacist Caleb Bradham, we spell it Bradham, invented Pepsi in 1893 when it was branded as Brad's drink and was used for medicinal purposes. This historical landmark can be found in the city of New Bern along the banks of the Neuse River, which flows into what large lagoon protected by a barrier of sandy islands containing Cape Hatteras National Seashore. Your time starts now.
Alderman Bay.
I'm sorry, the correct answer was the Pamlico Sound. And Napu, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. In the mid 19th century, settlers would try to reach Independence Rock around July the 4th in order to be able to cross the mountains before snow in the winter, which is vital for westward expansion. The Independence Rock can be found adjacent to the Sweetwater River, whose source can be found near the Shoshone National Forest, a protected land formerly part of what neighboring national park to the northwest? Your time starts now.
Can I get a repeat, please?
Yeah, you used up one of your repeat / spellings. In the mid 19th century, settlers would try to reach Independence Rock before around July the 4th in order to be able to cross the mountains before snow in the winter, which was vital for westward expansion. The Independence Rock can be found adjacent to the Sweetwater River, whose source can be found near the Shoshone National Forest, a protected land formerly part of what neighboring national park to the northwest? Your time starts now.
Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, that's correct. Good job. And Andrew, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Taking a visit to the Gooseberry Falls State Park allows you to see the spectacular falls plummet into a rocky gorge below before flowing into Lake Superior, where you can relax on the lakeside shore. This state park is located northeast of what city, known for its exportation of iron ore that is home to the busiest port on the Great Lakes? Time starts now.
Duluth.
Yeah, that's correct. And lastly, Roman, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Lake Lanier was originally created to manage navigation, flood control, and supply water to surrounding areas, but it also serves as a popular tourist attraction that attracts over 10 million people a year and is known for its frequent canoeing events. Lake Lanier was created when the Buford Dam was completed along the course of what river, forming a state boundary east of Tuskegee? Time starts now.
Tuskegee is spelled Tuskegee.
Yeah.
Tennessee River.
No, I'm sorry. The correct answer was the Chattahoochee River. And good job, everyone. You all did good.
That ends round 1. All right. All right, we're ready to go into the standing slide. So, yeah, you'll go there. And as we can see, Ash, Smith, Tom, Nathan, Vade, Napu, and Andrew have all gotten their question correct. Colony, Anish, and Roman behind, but we still have a lot of rounds to go. We're going to move on to round 2 now. Round 2 is called Ancient Artifacts. This round is a common question round, so get your writing devices out. I will read the question once before repeating it, so you may not ask for a spelling or a repeat. A correct answer will be worth 1 point. Remember to keep your hands in the view of the camera, and let's get started. So, right, here is the question. Despite being 2,500 years old, the sword of Goijan has an unusually sharp blade and a resistance to tarnish that is hardly ever seen in ancient artifacts. The sword was discovered in a series of tombs in the city of Jingzhou, located upstream from Dongting Lake on what major river? Again, despite being 2,500 years old, the sword of Goijian has an unusually sharp blade and a resistance to tarnish that is hardly ever seen in ancient artifacts. The sword was discovered in a series of tombs in the city of Jingzhou, located upstream from Dongting Lake, spelled Dongting, on what major river? You will have 12 seconds.
I'm not sure if we're allowed to ask this, but how is Jingzhou spelled?
Oh yeah, I'll spell that as well. Jingzhou. All right, that's time. Please show your answers. Up first is Colin. What do you have? The Yellow River. Okay.
Yellow River.
Okay. Ashmith, what do you have?
Yangtze River.
Okay. Tom, what do you have?
Yellow River.
Okay. Nathan, what do you have?
Yellow River, but I didn't finish it.
All right. Vade, what do you have?
My screen is mirrored, but I think you can see it's Yangtze River.
Okay. Anish, what do you have?
I wrote Yangtze, but I actually picked the worst marker, so.
Okay. Napu, what do you have?
I have the Wei River.
Okay. Andrew, what do you have?
Yangtze River.
Okay. And Roman, what do you have?
Yellow River.
Okay. So the correct answer there is the Yangtze River. So quite a tough one. About half of you got that one correct. All right. All right, we're ready to go back to the standings to see how everybody's done after the second round. Already, we can see only 3 people have a perfect score. Ashmith, Vade, and Andrew up top with 2, Tom, Nathan, Napu, Anish with 1, and Colin and Roman still with 0. We'll be going on to round 3 now. This is on to Srini. Take it away.
Everyone in the danger zone, don't worry, you have time to catch up. It's only just the beginning. All right, round 3 is called Coexistence with Nature. This round is a multiple choice round where all of the questions will be common, so keep your writing devices out. You will be asked to determine the correct choice during this round, and you must identify your answer by writing down the corresponding letter to the choice you think is correct, such as A, B, C, or D. A correct answer will be worth 1 point. Remember to keep your hands in view of the camera. Good luck, and let's get started. Mumbai's Sanjay Gandhi National Park, one of the world's largest national parks within city limits, is home to a high density of leopards who tend to go into the surrounding villages of Mumbai to search for food. This often leads to human-leopard interactions that can be dangerous for both the highly endangered leopards as well as the local villagers. Despite this, however, the leopard's frequent trips to the city have helped to decrease the spread of rabies, often caused by bites from what animal whose stray population numbers are in the millions worldwide? A, cow, B, dog, C, guinea pig, or D, rabbit? Time starts.
You can repeat the question once.
Yeah. Mumbai's Sanjay Gandhi National Park, one of the world's largest national parks within city limits, is home to a high density of leopards who tend to go into the surrounding villages of Mumbai to search for food. This often leads to human-leopard interactions that can be dangerous for both the highly endangered leopards as well as the local villagers. Despite this, however, leopards' frequent trips to the city have helped to decrease the spread of rabies, often caused by bites from what animal, whose stray population numbers are in the millions worldwide? A, cow, B, dog, C, guinea pig, or D, rabbit? Your 12 seconds starts now. All right, that's time. Please share your answers.
Okay, so up first, Colin, what do you have?
Dog.
Okay, dog. Ashmith, what do you have?
B for dog.
Okay. Tom, what do you have?
E.
Okay. Nathan, what do you have?
B, dog.
Right. Vade, what do you have?
B, dog.
Anish, what do you have?
B for dog.
Great. Napu, what do you have?
B for dog.
All right. Andrew, what do you have?
B for dog.
Mhm. And Roman, what do you have?
C for guinea pig.
All right.
And the correct answer is B, dog.
Right.
So good job to everyone.
Almost everybody got that one correct. Good job.
All right. Next question. Invasive species have had a negative impact on environments around the world as humans constantly bring them over from their native homes to new habitats. One prominent example of an invasive species native to Asia has smothered trees and overridden thousands of acres of land, primarily in the southern United States. Name the species of vines that was first introduced to North America at the Philadelphia Centennial Exposition in 1876. A, kudzu, B, wisteria, C, dahlia, or D, magnolia. I'm going to repeat it again. Invasive species have had a negative impact on environments around the world as humans constantly bring them over from their native homes to new habitats. One prominent example of an invasive species native to Asia has smothered trees and overridden thousands of acres of land, primarily in the southern United States. Name the species of vines that was first introduced in North America at the Philadelphia Centennial Exposition in 1876. A, kudzu, B, wisteria, C, dahlia, or D, magnolia. Your 12 seconds starts now. And that's time. Please share your answers.
So again, first up is Colin.
And B.
Okay. And next up is Ashmith.
A for kudzu.
Okay. And Tom.
A.
All right. Nathan.
A, kudzu.
Vade.
A, kudzu.
Anish.
I didn't write the letter, but I did write kudzu.
Okay. Napu.
A, kudzu vine.
Andrew.
A, kudzu.
And Roman.
I have A for kudzu.
Okay.
All right, good job, everyone. The correct answer is kudzu. Next question. The extreme heat waves in late June of this year, especially within the northwestern states of Washington and Oregon, have set local heat records showing the significant effect of global warming on the United States and the world. During these heat waves, people's behaviors have changed drastically in order to combat the effects of the high temperatures around them. Which of these phenomena occurs during this significant behavioral change in a large human population? A, a reduction in plastic waste emissions. B, a reduction in ocean circulation. C, a reduction in sales of food. Or D, a reduction in air quality. I'm going to repeat it. The extreme heat waves in late June of this year, especially within the northwestern states of Washington and Oregon, have set local heat records showing the significant effects of global warming on the United States and the world. During these heat waves, people's behaviors have changed drastically in order to combat the effects of the high temperatures around them. Which of these phenomena occurs during these significant behavioral change in a large human population? A reduction in plastic waste emissions, B, a reduction in ocean circulation, C, a reduction in sales of food, or D, a reduction in air quality. Your time starts now. All right, and that's time. Please show your answers.
All right, first up, Colin, what do you have?
I had D, a reduction in air quality.
All right, Ashmith, what do you have?
D.
Tom, what do you have?
D.
Nathan, what do you have?
D, reduction of air quality.
Babe, what do you have? Babe,
D, reduction in air quality.
okay. Anish,
D, a reduction in air quality.
Napu,
I have D followed by 4 question marks. Not sure.
right? Andrew
D.
and Roman.
I have D.
And no surprise, everyone has correct. Correct answer is D.
All right. All right, we're ready to look at the standings now. And we can see that Ashmith, Vade, and Andrew keep their perfect score of 5. Tom, Nathan, Napu, Anish not far behind with 4. Colin and Roman still with 2, but we still have a lot of rounds to go. So lots of ground to make up. And we are going on now to round number 4. Round 4 is called the Sweet Tooth. This round is an oral round, and you will test your knowledge on desserts from around the world. You will have 12 seconds to answer your question, and the correct answer will be worth 1 point. Good luck, and let's get started now with Colin. Colin, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Magnum, a brand of ice cream, is known for its popsicle-shaped vanilla ice cream with a rich chocolatey coating on top. Magnum was originally manufactured in which Danish city on the Kattegat, the largest city on the entirety of the Jutland Peninsula?
Aalborg.
Sorry, the correct answer is Aarhus. All right, on to Ashmith. Ashmith, you ready? Okay. Kit Kat, a popular chocolate-covered wafer bar, is just one of many chocolate candies produced by Nestlé, the largest food company in the world. Nestlé is headquartered in the town of Vevey, located in Switzerland's canton of Vaud, on the shores of what large lake?
Lake Geneva.
Lake Geneva is correct for 1 point. Good job. We're on to Tom now. Tom, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Aquadu, a dish served for breakfast, but sweet enough for dessert, consists of baked bananas covered in cinnamon, honey, butter, fruit juices, brown sugar, and coconut. This dish is very popular in what country whose mainland geographical region is named the Rio Muni?
Equatorial Guinea.
Equatorial Guinea is correct for 1 point. On to Nathan. Nathan. Pastel de nata, a sweet egg tart often dusted with cinnamon, is also sometimes known by the name pastel de Belém. This alternative name references this dessert's origins in the Belém neighborhood of what European capital city located across from the Setúbal Peninsula?
Lisbon.
Lisbon is correct for 1 point. We're on to Vade. Vade, here's your question. Halo Halo a shaved ice dessert flavored with condensed milk and various fruits. Features a name that translates to mix mix in English. The dessert likely originated from Japanese immigrants in the Quiapo suburb of what capital city located on the Pasig River?
Manila.
Manila is correct for 1 point. We're going to move on to Anish. Anish, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Picarones, a type of donut traditionally made with sweet potatoes and squash, is often served alongside grilled meats called anticuchos. This dessert originated from which country whose Mashco Piro indigenous reserve lies near the border with the neighboring Brazilian state of Acre?
Bolivia.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Peru. All right, going on to Napu. Napu, you ready?
Yes.
All right, here's your question. The Budapest roll, a pastry that consists of hazelnut meringue filled with whipped cream and mandarin oranges, interestingly, did not originate in Budapest. Instead, the dish was created by a chef from what European country whose own cuisine features the smorgasbord that is served in cities such as Växjö and Östersund?
Austria.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Sweden. On to Andrew. Andrew, you ready?
Yes.
Right. Baklava, a pastry made with layers of phyllo dough, is a popular dessert that originated in Turkey and spread to many neighboring regions. One variation of the dish, known as paklava, originated from what city whose metropolitan area includes the stilts town of Oil Rocks on the Caspian Sea?
Sevastopol.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Baku. And we move on to Roman. Roman, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Cannoli is a pastry shaped in a roll consisting of a creamy filling that contains ricotta, a type of whey cheese. It originally served as a treat during Carnival season in urban areas located south of the Aeolian archipelago on what large island?
Sicily.
Sicily is correct for 1 point. All right. We're ready to get back to the standings now, and we'll see how everything has changed. As we can see, Ashmith and Vade continuing their charge up front with a perfect score of 6. Andrew, Tom, and Nithin not far behind with 5. Napu and Anish with 4. Roman with 3. And Colin with 2. We are going to move now on to round 5. It's going to Srini. Take it away.
Round 5 is called Current Events. This round is also a common question, so get out your writing devices. 1 point will be awarded for a correct answer, and you may begin writing down your answer only after I repeat the question once. Remember that no spellings or repeats are allowed. Let's get on with round 5.
Wait once. Okay. Sorry. How many questions are in this round?
There's 1.
Okay, thank you.
All right. In an effort to boost tourism in the region, a Christ the Protector statue is currently being constructed and will be taller than the Christ the Redeemer statue by 16 feet. This statue is being erected in the municipality of Encantado, located in which Brazilian state, whose only other state border is with Santa Catarina? I'm going to repeat the question. In an effort to boost tourism in the region, a Christ the Protector statue is currently being constructed and will be taller than the Christ the Redeemer statue.
Anish? Yes, thank you. Right.
And will be taller than the Christ the Redeemer statue by 16 feet. This statue is being erected in the municipality of Encantado, located in which Brazilian state whose only other state border is with Santa Catarina? Your time will start
Anish,
right now.
please put your hands back in the camera.
And that's time. Please share your answer.
All right. We're going to start with Colin. Colin, what do you have?
Rio Grande do Sul.
Okay. Ashmith, what do you have?
Rio Grande do Sul.
Tom?
Rio Grande do Sul.
Nathan?
Rio Grande do Sul.
Nate?
Rio Grande do Sul.
Okay. Anish?
Grande do Sul. I'm sorry for putting my hands out of the camera's view. The camera has a relatively limited view for some reason.
Okay. Napu?
Rio Grande do Sul.
Mhm. And Andrew?
Rio Grande do Sul.
And Roman.
Rio Grande do Sul.
Good job, everyone. The correct answer is indeed Rio Grande do Sul. Now back to you.
We're going to go back to see the standings now. And of course, no change in the standings because everybody got that question correct. So good job. All right, we're going on to round number 6 now. Round 6 is called Earth and Erosion. This round will test you on your knowledge of physical geography and your ability to apply it to real world scenarios. Each individual will get 1 question about physical geography worth 1 point, followed by a prompt that will be worth 3 points. The correct answer on the first question will not be required to be able to answer the prompt, so everyone will answer both questions. Each individual will have 12 seconds to answer the first question, as well as 1 minute to answer the prompt. Good luck, and let's get started with Colin. Colin, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Right. Pikas are animals closely related to rabbits, inhabiting areas in both Asia and North America. They can be found living on steep slopes in taluses, a series of rock fragments, at the base of what type of physical feature, an example of which includes the highest peak of Oklahoma?
A butte.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a mesa, right? We're going to move on to your prompt now. Here's your prompt. Why do you think it's important to protect the pika from becoming extinct? And what effect could humans have on the potential collapse of the ecosystem in the Rocky Mountains, where the pika mostly resides? You'll have 15 seconds to think. All right, please begin your response.
I believe humans should protect the pika because, like any animal in the ecosystem, when you take it away, it will affect other animals, and the pika might not be the most important, but they'll affect predators in the region, and that is why I believe humans should protect the pika.
All right, take a second to grade your answer. Colin, we've decided to give you 2 points. Your explanation was decent, but you should have also explained how humans could have an effect on the collapse of the ecosystem by damaging the habitat of the pika. So thank you for your explanation. We'll be moving on now to Ashmith. Ashmith, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Chao Lake, part of Hefei's metropolitan area in China's Anhui province, has some of the worst water quality among freshwater lakes, having been spotted with a green color. This is due to eutrophication, caused by what phenomenon that is the effect of the over-enrichment of minerals and nutrients in water and leads to severe depletion of oxygen?
Algal bloom.
Algal bloom is correct for 1 point. And now here is your prompt. Algal blooms can be caused from environmental factors, but they are also caused by agricultural runoff from farms. How can we reduce agricultural runoff into bodies of water so that eutrophication does not occur and lead to algal blooms? You will have 15 seconds to think of your answer. All right, that's time. Please start your answer.
A way we could prevent algal bloom from happening would be to decrease reliance on fertilizers and agricultural methods. In addition, another solution would be to divert agricultural runoff from lakes, but this will prove harmful as it might affect other ecosystems.
All right, take a second to grade your response. All right, you got 3 out of 3 points. Great job, Ashmith. We'll be moving on to Tom. Tom, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here's your question. All 4 oceans on planet Earth have the largest types of what physical feature defined as an area of land that collects precipitation and flows it downward into a body of water?
Can you repeat the question?
All right. For all 4 oceans on planet Earth have the largest types of what physical feature defined as any area of land that collects precipitation and flows it downward into a body of water?
A delta?
I'm sorry, the correct answer is a drainage basin. So no points there. We will move on to your prompt now. How can the pollution of drainage basins impact not just one ecosystem, but multiple? And what is one action that we can take to help prevent this pollution?
So the pollution of drainage basins can impact not just one ecosystem, but like others, because the drainage basins affect all of the water because since they're located in the ocean and like they have the largest ones, and since the ocean water, a lot of it spreads out throughout the ocean to go to other places. It doesn't affect just the ocean ecosystem right near the drainage, but it also affects once it goes, it can eventually go to other places on the coastline of the other side of the ocean or to another ocean. And one thing we can do to prevent that is to stop pollution of like recyclables and stuff like that. So like if we do that and like they won't go down the river and they won't go to like whatever river and down to the ocean and they won't be in the drainage basin.
All right, take a second to grade. You received 3 points for your response. It was excellent. Good job. All right, let's move on to Nithin. Nithin, you ready?
Yes.
The Armero tragedy, which led to the death of thousands of people in Colombia, was caused by a violent mud flow from a volcano called the Nevado del Ruiz. These violent mud flows, which often occur after volcanic eruptions, are known by what name?
A lahar?
Lahar is correct for 1 point. Now here's your prompt. Many incidents of volcanoes erupting and killing thousands of people have occurred over history, resulting in loss of culture, stability, and peace. Yet, people have historically settled near volcanoes due to the excellent soil that is provided for farming from past eruptions. What effect on a certain culture, such as the native Hawaiian peoples, can settling near volcanoes result in a positive or negative impact on the development of an advanced society? You will have 15 seconds to think. All right, please begin your response.
A positive impact that living near volcanoes can give to native people like the Hawaiians is that it allows them to increase their agricultural methods because because of the excellent volcanic soil. It allows them to grow more crops and it will let them flourish. However, a negative impact that will lead from living next to a volcano is that when it erupts, if it's and especially a small community, it can wipe that type of culture extinct, and not many people can like continue that culture, and that will lead to one culture more unifying, other than the earth being a more rich and diverse region.
All right, take a second to grade. We've decided to give you 3 out of 3 points, although you had a little bit of stumbling. Your reasoning was definitely solid and yeah, made sense. All right, we're gonna move now on to Vade. Vade, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Vade. One way of finding the age of fossils is through the science of relative dating. Relative dating is when fossils are compared based on their position on various layers of what type of rock that forms from the accumulation and binding of minerals and organic particles.
Sedimentary rock?
Sedimentary rock is correct. Now here's your prompt. As fossils get pushed up through the forces of tectonic plates, they become exposed to the surfaces and are impacted by weathering and erosion, which can break down fossils over time. This means that some fossils are never seen by anybody. How does this loss of fossils affect our understanding of the history of Earth? You'll have 15 seconds to think about your answer. All right, please begin your answer.
Okay, so what will happen because of this is that there will be some fossils that are never found, and those fossils will be missing links or gaps in between other sets of fossils, and they will help prove speciation and the transition from different types of species like mammals, reptiles, and all that, like how it started and how it ended to like human beings. And this also affects geography because it shows like the landforms that were apparent in those kind of eras, and the different types of body structures that were like evolutionarily acclimated to such conditions. And also through the forces of weathering, you can see the different types of events, like for example volcanic eruptions or astronomical collisions that could happen.
Right, take a second to grade. You've gotten 3 points for your response. Very well done. All right, we're gonna move on to Anish. Anish, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Very useful for determining the climate, temperatures, and levels of atmospheric gases of ancient times. Ice cores are formed by annual layers of snow building up and can be extracted from what type of landform that is more than 19,000 square miles in area and is made up of glacial ice that covers terrain.
An ice cap?
We might have to review your answer. It'll take a second. Okay, yes, ice cap is acceptable, as the correct answer was ice sheet. So yes, ice cap is correct. Good job for 1 point. Now we will move on to your prompt. What could happen if ice sheets around the world start disappearing due to global warming? And what devastating effect could take place due to the occurrence of such an event? You will have 15 seconds to think about your answer. All right, please begin.
Sorry. Okay. So the melting of ice caps would have a devastating result on humanity. Firstly, all the excess water, which was previously ice, would now go into oceans, and ocean sea levels would rise considerably, an effect which is already occurring. This would devastate humanity. Many places of Earth, which are currently land, will be flooded, and many countries and other parts of the world, including places where people live, will disappear under the ocean. This will necessitate millions of people to be relocated into higher land areas. The melting of ice caps will also destroy all evidence located in ice caps about possibly the forming of the Earth, humanity, and whatever evidence may lie in the ice caps in question. So these are the effects of ice caps melting.
All right. Take a second to grade your response. You've received a 3 out of 3. Good job. Your response was excellent and contained all the things that you needed to mention. All right, we're going to move now on to Napu. Napu, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. On June 24th, 2021, in a suburb of Miami, a condominium partially collapsed, for which rescue and recovery efforts were underway. Experts speculate that the building's cause of collapse was due to the wearing away of steel by the water surrounding Surfside, Florida. What scientific term is used to describe the wearing away of metals in rocks, such as the incident at the Surfside condo?
Oxidation.
We will take a second to check that answer. Unfortunately, your answer cannot be accepted as oxidation. The correct answer was corrosion. So yeah, oxidation is slightly off of that. So you receive no points there, but you still have your prompt. So here it is. What strict architectural measures should be put in place to prevent an incident such as the collapse of the Surfside condo in the future? You'll have 15 seconds to think about your answer. All right, please begin your response.
I think that the main measures that we should put in place for architecture would be annual, or not annual, but like frequent checks, especially in places that are like such as Miami, which have like soil that's very wet to build on, because obviously that could cause corrosion, which could cause buildings to collapse. And also, I read somewhere that the Surfside condo was like the architecture and the building checks and the management of the architecture was not very up to date. And so I think there needs to be more measures put in place to make sure that architecture and buildings get checked, to make sure that their buildings are still up to date and that there's no cracks that will cause corrosion of the metals. And also corrosion could definitely be combated by using different types of metals that are more resistant to being corroded away, or by using different building materials.
That is time. Take a second to grade. And you have received 3 out of 3 points. Good job. All right. On to Andrew. Andrew, here is your question. Lake Tier of the Clouds, located near New York's highest point of Mount Marcy, is the source of the Hudson River. It is also an example of what type of lake formed in a cirque dug by a glacier?
Could you repeat the question?
All right. Lake Tier of the Clouds, located near New York's highest point of Mount Marcy, is the source of the Hudson River. It is also an example of what type of mountain lake formed in a cirque dug by a glacier?
A moraine lake.
Sorry, the correct answer is a tarn. All right, onto your prompt. How have tarns helped the development of large civilizations throughout history, such as the Indus Valley civilization, and helped them to thrive and prosper for hundreds of years? You'll have 15 seconds to think about your answer.
Tarns have played a major role in the development of civilizations such as the Indus River civilization, in that they have provided an upstream source of fresh water that is unpolluted as it comes from glaciers, which, at the source, at the headwaters of the river, it is often very fresh and very clear, as opposed to the rivers near the delta downstream. And they also have provided not only drinking water, but also water for transportation in the form of rivers like the Indus River, which rises in the Hindu Kush range, and they also can provide access to water when exploring higher elevation regions, which could lead to the further exploitation of minerals and resources, which would further advance societies that depend on the tarns.
Mm-hmm. All right, you'll take a second to grade your response. And you have received a 3 out of 3. Excellent reasoning. All right, on to finally Roman for our last one. Here it is. Fumaroles are physical features that can be found in Yellowstone National Park and attract millions of visitors every year for their unique appearance, which seem to emit steam from the ground. Solfataras, an example of fumaroles, such as the ones found in Italy, are fumaroles that emit what type of gas?
Could you repeat the question?
All right. Fumaroles are physical features that can be found in Yellowstone National Park and attract millions of visitors every year for the unique appearance, which seem to emit steam from the ground. Solfataras, a type of fumarole, such as the ones found in Italy, emit what type of gas?
I don't know.
The correct answer was sulfurous gases. And here's your prompt. Sulfurous gases are often emitted from fossil fuels and are very harmful to the air quality in surrounding areas. What is a strategy that factories could use to vastly cut down on emissions of such substances? You will have 15 seconds to think about your answer. Please begin your answer.
Factories could start by trying to limit the amount of fumaroles that they pump into the air, because those are greenhouse gases, and they trap gas, they trap air, warm air in the Earth's atmosphere, which causes global warming. they could also they could also cut back on and they could cut back on the toxic gases they emit by like using cleaner alternatives. And yeah.
All right. Take a second to grade your answer. So you received 2 points for your answer. You explained the ability to go to more cleaner alternatives, but we would have liked a few more examples about that. But overall, good job. All right. All right, we are ready to get onto these standings. Let's see how everybody's doing so far. That was definitely a very tough round. And we can see that there is a slight shift. Ashmith and Vade continuing at the top with 11 points, Nithin with 10, Tom, Anish, and Andrew with 9, and Napu, Roman, and Colin in the danger zone with 8, 6, and 5 respectively. But there is still time to catch up. We are going now on to round 7, and Srini, take it away.
All right. Round 7 is called COVID-19. The impact that COVID-19 has had on our world is one that has been devastating to an unprecedented effect and has cost lives all across the globe. During this common question round, you will be required to name a geographic location in reference to an event relating to COVID-19. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. And remember to keep your hands in the view of the camera. Good luck, and let's get started with the first question.
How many questions are in this round?
There are 5. Yeah, 5. The first cluster of COVID-19 cases in Italy was detected on February 21st, 2020, in a northern Italian region that is home to the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the country. Name this region, whose capital is located directly south of the Swiss city of Lugano in the vicinity of Lake Maggiore. Can you repeat the question? The first cluster of COVID-19 cases in Italy was detected on February 21st, 2020, in a northern Italian region that is home to the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the country. Name this region, whose capital is located directly south of the Swiss city of Lugano in the vicinity of Lake Maggiore. Your time starts now. And that's time. Please share answers.
All right. Up first is Colin. What do you have?
Lombardy.
Okay. Ashmith, what do you have?
Lombardy.
Okay. Tom, what do you have?
Piedmont.
Okay. Nithin, what do you have?
Lombardy.
Vade, what do you have?
Piedmont.
All right. Anish, what do you have?
Piedmont.
Okay. Napu, what do you have?
Ran out of time.
Oh. Andrew, what do you have?
Lombardy.
And Roman, what do you have?
Piedmont.
Okay.
And the correct answer is Lombardy. So good job to everyone who got it. Next question. COVID-19 has had a major impact on air travel and has led to the ceasing of operations for many airlines across the world, including one of Europe's most notable regional airlines, Flybe. One of the former main bases of Flybe is an airport located in what city that was hailed as the first manufacturing town in the world and is the largest city in England's West Midlands region? I'll repeat the question. COVID-19 has had a major impact on air travel and has led to the ceasing of operations for many airlines across the world, including one of Europe's most notable regional airlines, Flybe. One of the former main bases of Flybe is an airport located in what city that was hailed as the first manufacturing town in the world, and it's the largest city in England's West Midlands region. Your time starts now. And that is time. Please share your answer.
All right, up first, as always, is Colin. What do you have?
Birmingham.
Okay. Ash Smith, what do you have?
Birmingham,
Tom, what do you have?
Birmingham.
Nathan, what do you have?
Manchester,
Vade, what do you have?
Birmingham.
Anish, what do you have?
Birmingham,
Napu, what do you have?
Birmingham.
Andrew, what do you have?
Birmingham.
And Roman, what do you have?
Manchester.
And the correct answer is Birmingham. So good job to everyone who got it. Next question. In order to limit the spread of COVID-19, various events across the world were canceled or postponed to later dates. One of these events was the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, which have been held this year. This in turn postponed the Olympic torch's arrival in Japan as a part of the torch relay at the town of Naraha, located halfway between Tokyo and what port city in the Miyagi prefecture to the north, which suffered extensive damage during the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and is the largest Japanese city in Honshu north of Tokyo. I repeat the question. In order to limit the spread of COVID-19, various events across the world were canceled or postponed to later dates. One of these events was the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, which have been held this year. This, in turn, postponed the Olympic torch's arrival in Japan as a part of the torch relay at the town of Naraha, located halfway between Tokyo and what port city in the Miyagi prefecture to the north, which suffered extensive damage during the 2011 Tohoku earthquake and is the largest Japanese city in Honshu north of Tokyo. You'll have 12 seconds. And that's time. Please share your answer.
All right. Colin is up first. What do you have?
Sendai.
Okay. Ash Smith, what do you have?
Sendai,
Tom, what do you have?
Fukushima.
Nathan, what do you have?
Kobe,
Vade, what do you have?
Ahomori.
Anish, what do you have?
Sendai,
Napu, what do you have?
Sendai.
Andrew, what do you have?
Sendai.
And Roman, what do you have?
Fukushima.
The correct answer is Sendai. So good job to everyone who got it. Next question. Along with Pfizer and Fosun Pharmaceuticals, BioNTech was able to produce and distribute the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine to millions of people around the world and has given the opportunity for teenagers to get vaccinated with it, being authorized for people 12 years and older. This company is headquartered in a city on the Rhine River across from Wiesbaden. Name the city the capital of Germany's Rhineland-Palatinate state. And repeat the question. Along with Pfizer and Fosun Pharmaceuticals, BioNTech was able to produce and distribute the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine to millions of people around the world and has given the opportunity for teenagers to get vaccinated with it, being authorized for people 12 years and older. This company is headquartered in a city on the Rhine River across from Wiesbaden. Name this city the capital of Germany's Rhineland-Palatinate state. 12 seconds, sorry, Snow.
wait, can you spell this other city?
Which one?
The one across the city?
Wiesbaden
Okay.
is spelled
Wiesbaden.
W-I-E-S-B-A-D-E-N. Wiesbaden.
All right, yeah. And that's time. Please share your answer.
All right. Up first, Colin, what do you have?
Alone.
Ash Smith, what do you have?
Essen,
Tom, what do you have?
Essen.
Nathan, what do you have?
Frankfurt am Main,
Vade, what do you have?
Mines.
Anish, what do you have?
Mainz,
Napu, what do you have?
Mines.
Andrew, what do you have?
Noise.
And Roman, what do you have?
Frankfurt.
This was a tough one, and the correct answer is Maine. So to the three of you who got it, good job.
On the subject of COVID vaccines,
Yeah.
Wait, what was the answer? You were lagging.
It was Mainz. MAINZ. And next question. An increasingly common find in Indian COVID-19 patients, mucormycosis is a fungal infection that targets the eyes and jaw and has been dubbed the black fungus by many worldwide. This disease has struck particularly hard in what city at the center of the Mysore Plateau, known as the Silicon Valley of India? I will repeat. An increasingly common find in Indian COVID-19 patients, mucormycosis is a fungal infection that targets the eyes and jaw and has been dubbed the black fungus by many worldwide. This disease has struck particularly hard in what city at the center of the Mysore
You're lagging a lot for me. I cannot hear the question.
I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to repeat it once more.
Start at the last sentence. I'll say it. Okay.
Yeah.
So this disease has struck particularly hard in what city at the center of the Mysore Plateau, known as the Silicon Valley of India? We'll have 12 seconds.
just so you know, I could hear it fine. So I think it's on your end.
All right, that's time. Please share your answers. So Colin, what do you have?
Madurai.
Ash Smith, what do you have?
Bengaluru.
Tom, what do you have?
Bengaluru.
Nathan, what do you have?
Bengaluru.
Vade, what do you have?
Bengaluru.
Anish, what do you have?
Bengaluru.
Napu, what do you have?
Hyderabad.
Andrew, what do you have?
Bangalore.
And Roman, what do you have?
I got kicked out of the Zoom and I could not hear the question.
Oh, sorry about that.
What should we do? Like,
Unfortunately, we will not be able to give a second question, so
yeah, sorry about
I
that.
apologize about that.
The correct answer is Bengaluru. So good job.
Okay.
And that ends round 7.
All right, we can go on to the standings now to see how things are going. Ash Smith still out on top with 15 points. Vade with 14, close behind. Andrew and Anish with 13. Nathan in 12th. Napu and Tom tied at 11. And Colin with 8. And Roman with 6. We'll be going on now to round number 8. Round 8 is called International Intrigue. This round is a map geo round that will test your knowledge of the world. It is an oral round, so you may put your writing devices aside. You will have 12 seconds to answer each question, and the correct answer is worth 1 point. Let's get started with Colin.
Oh, I just have one question before we start.
Yes,
When will eliminations begin?
at round 10. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's get started now with Colin. Colin, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. The Semipalatinsk test site, once the primary test site of nuclear weapons for the Soviet Union, has since become the best researched atomic test site in the world, as well as being the only nuclear test site to be ever opened to the public. This test site shares its name with the nearby city of Semey, located along the banks of what river, the longest in Kazakhstan, that rises in the Altai Mountains before flowing north into neighboring Siberia?
Can you repeat the question?
All right. The Semipalatinsk site, once the primary test site of nuclear weapons for the Soviet Union, has since become the best researched atomic test site in the world, as well as being the only nuclear test site to be ever opened to the public. This test site shares its name with the nearby city of Semey, located along the banks of what river, the longest in Kazakhstan, that rises in the Altai Mountains before flowing north into neighboring Siberia? You will have 12 seconds.
Can you spell the town?
All right. Semey is spelled Semey.
The Karabakh River?
Sorry, the correct answer is the Irtysh River. All right. Now we're going on to Ashmith. Ashmith, are you ready? Okay. Being conducted by Islamic militants supposedly linked to ISIS, an insurgency in northern Mozambique has been garnering international attention as they continue threatening the lives of thousands of people in an attempt to establish an Islamic State in Africa. One of their most recent attacks has threatened a liquefied natural gas complex in the town of Palma, a settlement located in the Cabo Delgado province, near what river, creating most of Mozambique's northern international border?
The Rovuma River.
The Rovuma River is correct for 1 point. Now we go on to Tom. Tom, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Alegba, whose name means elderly one in Yoruba, was a royal turtle who was thought to have healing powers and had attracted visitors from all over Nigeria. It has been claimed that the turtle had lived for over 300 years, but science proves this to be very unlikely. Alegba lived in a palace in the city of Ogbomosho, northeast of what other city, the capital of the Oyo state, which lies along the banks of the Osun River?
Can you repeat the question?
All right. Alegba, whose name means elderly one in Yoruba, was a royal turtle who was thought to have healing powers and had attracted visitors from all over Nigeria. It has been claimed that the turtle had lived for over 300 years, but science proves this to be very unlikely. Alegba lived in this palace in the city of Ogbomosho, northeast of what other city, the capital of the Oyo state, which lies along the banks of the Osun River?
Port Harcourt.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Ibadan. Now we go on to Nithin. Nithin, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Mount Sinabung was a volcano dormant for 4 centuries until it had erupted recently in 2010. Recently, it has erupted once again, sending smoke and ash as high as 1,000 meters into the air and producing hot ash clouds that traveled 3 kilometers to the southeast. This volcano is located just 40 kilometers northwest of Samosir Island in what large lake that formed from a supervolcano eruption around 75,000 years ago?
Can you please spell Samosir Island?
Okay, Samosir is spelled Samosir.
Lake Toba.
Lake Toba is correct for 1 point. Good job. Now on to Vade. Vade, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Harold Edward Holt served as the 17th Prime Minister of Australia from 1966 until 1967, before he mysteriously disappeared on a swim during a weekend vacation at Cheviot Beach. The last time Holt was seen was in the town of Port Sea on the Mornington Peninsula, which borders what metropolitan area located where the mouth of the Yarra River meets Port Phillip Bay?
The Melbourne metropolitan area.
Melbourne is correct for 1 point. We're going to go on now to Anish. Anish,
Yes.
are you ready?
Yes.
Yonaguni Monument is believed by some to be a natural feature, but a theory by Masaki Kiruma suggests that it was a man-made structure formerly a part of the mythical continent of Mu, leading to its nickname, the Japanese Atlantis. This monument is located off the coast of a namesake island in the Yaeyama Islands, which is a subsection of what larger archipelago with a capital at Naha?
The Ryukyu Islands?
The Ryukyu Islands are correct. On to Napu. Napu, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. The Mary Celeste was discovered floating about itself in the middle of the ocean by a British brig in bad shape, with water flooding its bottom, its only lifeboat missing, and having one of its 2 pumps disassembled. However, there were 0 of the 10 people who were originally on the ship and had mysteriously just disappeared without any trace whatsoever. The ship's last recorded log was just off Santa Maria Island, 50 miles south of Ilha do São Miguel, in what archipelago?
Tristan da Cunha.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is the Azores. On to Andrew. Andrew, here's your question. Mario Irarrázaval is responsible for an intriguing piece of work known as the Hand in the Desert, which symbolizes a feeling of loneliness due to its desolate location in the middle of nowhere. This piece of art is located in a dry location south of Calama, in what desert on the western boundary of the Andes Mountains?
The Atacama Desert.
That is correct for 1 point. And finally, Roman. Roman, here's your question. Attracting around 3 million visitors per year, Sweden's Liseberg amusement park was opened in 1923 and hosts a Christmas market during the winter months that offers various intriguing food options, including wine and reindeer meat. Liseberg is a highlight for citizens living in what city, home to the headquarters of Volvo, the largest city on the eastern bank of the Kattegat Strait?
Gutenberg.
Could you repeat your answer? Could you repeat your answer, please?
Gothenburg.
Gothenburg is correct for 1 point. And that does end round 8. All right, we're ready to go back to the standings now to see how things stand after round 8. Ash Smith still ahead with 16 after 8 rounds. Vade not far behind with 15. Andrew and Anish with 14. Nathan with 13. Napu and Tom tied at 11. And Colin with 8. And Roman with 7. Don't lose hope. We're going now on to round 9. There's still lots of points up for grabs. So on to you, Srini.
All right, round 9 is called amphibians. This round is a common question round, so get your writing devices out. Amphibians around the world are an excellent example of the Earth's biodiversity. However, they're threatened severely by human expansion in rainforests and tropical areas where they inhabit. This round will test your knowledge on amphibians around the world and the places they inhabit. Each question, as always, is worth 1 point. Let's get started with the first question. Averaging only about a half an inch in length, the golden brown hues of the Baracoa dwarf frog help it perfectly camouflage within the nutrient-rich forest floor. This frog, one of the world's smallest, can only be found in a remote patch of moist rainforest on a mesa near the Kautor River, located on what island southwest of the Inagua archipelago? And I repeat, averaging only about half an inch in length, the golden brown hues of the Baracoa dwarf frog help it perfectly camouflage within the nutrient-rich forest floor. This frog, one of the world's smallest, can only be found in a remote patch of moist rainforest on a mesa near the Kautor River, located on what island southwest of the Inagua archipelago? Your time starts now.
Can you repeat it one more time?
Unfortunately, we cannot repeat it another time.
Yeah, sorry.
Can you spell the Inagua archipelago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's spelled INAGUA.
And that's time. Please show your answers.
Again, as always, up first is Colin. What do you have?
Providencia.
Okay. Ashmith, what do you have?
Andros Island.
Okay. Tom, what do you have?
Great Abaco.
Mm-hmm. Nathan, what do you have?
I couldn't write anything down.
Okay. Babe, what do you have?
Cuba.
Anish, what do you have?
Island of Cuba.
Mm-hmm. Napu, what do you have?
Isla Coiba.
Could you repeat your answer?
Isla Coiba, not Cuba.
Andrew, what do you have?
Maraja.
And Roman, what do you have?
Guess New Guinea.
Wow, that was a very tough round. The correct answer is Cuba. So good job to Ved and Anish for getting it. Very tough question. Next one. Traditional medicines, which require killing animals for only some of their body parts, have led many endangered species to coming even closer to the brink of extinction. One example of an animal affected by this cruel industry is the Chinese giant salamander, which inhabits a large watershed stretching from the Yellow River in the north to what major river in the south that forms a densely populated metropolitan area northeast of Hainan? I will repeat the question. Traditional medicines, which require killing animals for only some of their body parts, have led many endangered species to coming even closer to the brink of extinction. One example of an animal affected by this cruel industry is the Chinese giant salamander, which inhabits a large watershed stretching from the Yellow River in the north to what major river in the south that forms a densely populated metropolitan area northeast of Hainan? Your 12 seconds starts now. And that's time. Please share your answers.
All right. Colin, as always, you're up first. What do you have?
Pearl River Delta.
Could you repeat that?
The Pearl River Delta.
Ashmith, what do you have?
Pearl River.
Mhm. Tom, what do you have?
Pearl River.
Nathan, what do you have?
Pearl River.
Wade, what do you have?
Pearl River.
Anish, what do you have?
Pearl River.
Yes. Napu, what do you have?
Pearl River.
Andrew, what do you have?
Pearl River.
And Roman, what do you have?
Pearl River. Pearl River.
Got it. All right. The correct answer is the Pearl River. So good job to everybody who got that one correct, which is all 9 of you. All right. Moving on to
All right.
question 3.
On to question 3. Mea Chanor has been working to help conserve the mist belt moss frog, which was only discovered in 1993 due to its tiny length of only 2 centimeters and having a faint call making it hard to be found. This tiny frog, listed as endangered on the IUCN list, can be found in the high altitude grasslands of what South African province along the boundary of the Agulhas Current, whose largest city is located at the mouth of the Umgeni River. I will repeat it. Mea Chanor has been working to help conserve the mist belt moss frog, which was only discovered in 1993 due to its tiny length of only 2 centimeters and having a faint call making it hard to be found. This tiny frog, listed as endangered on the IUCN list, can be found in the high altitude grasslands of what South African province along the boundary of the Agulhas Current, whose largest city is located at the mouth of the Umgeni River. Your 12 seconds starts now.
Can you spell the Umgeni River?
Yeah, UMGENI. 12 seconds starts now. And that's time. Please share your answers.
As always, up first is Colin. What do you have?
Eastern Cape.
Okay. Ashmith, what do you have?
Northwestern Cape.
Tom, what do you have?
KwaZulu-Natal. I didn't finish writing.
Nathan, what do you have?
Western Cape.
Vade, what do you have?
Eastern Cape Province.
Anish, what do you have?
KwaZulu-Natal.
Napu, what do you have?
KwaZulu-Natal.
And Andrew, what do you have?
Eastern Cape Province.
And Roman, what do you have?
KwaZulu-Natal.
Another tough one. Srini, care to reveal?
And the correct answer is KwaZulu-Natal. So yeah, that was also another tough one. Good job to everyone who got it. Next question. The caecilians are an interesting group of amphibians that are limbless and serpentine, making them resemble the look of a common worm. One species of these amphibians, the Madatori caecilian, or the three-colored caecilian, is endemic to a mountain range whose highest peak is Anamudi. Name this mountain range that runs parallel to the Konkan and Malabar coasts. I will repeat. The caecilians are an interesting group of amphibians that are limbless and serpentine, making them resemble the look of a common worm. One species of these amphibians, the Madatori caecilian, or the three-colored caecilian, is endemic to a mountain range whose highest peak is Anamudi. Name this mountain range that runs parallel to the Konkan and Malabar coasts. Your time starts now. And that's time. Please share your answer.
Okay. Colin, what do you have?
I didn't put an answer.
Okay. Ashmith, what do you have?
Western Ghats.
Tom, what do you have?
Western Ghats.
And Nithin, what do you have?
I was gonna write Western Ghats, but I didn't finish the Ghat part.
Okay, let me see your answer just a second. Try to find where you are. Okay, I'll accept that. Vade, what do you have?
Western Ghats.
Anish, what do you have?
Western Ghats.
Napu, what do you have?
Eastern Ghats. Oof.
Wait, could you repeat your answer?
Eastern Ghats, I guessed.
Andrew, what do you have?
Western Ghats.
And Roman, what do you have?
Western Ghats.
All right. Good job to everyone who got it. The correct answer is Western Ghats. Next question. The Siberian wood frog, one of the northernmost species of wild amphibians in the world, at around 71 degrees latitude north, likes to live in open ground habitats, but can also be found in deciduous and coniferous forests. One place it can be found is the Khabarovsk Krai, centered around the eastern Russian city of Khabarovsk, which is the largest city on what major river? I will repeat the question. A Siberian wood frog, one of the northernmost species of wild amphibians in the world at around 71 degrees latitude north, likes to live in open ground habitats, but can also be found in deciduous and coniferous forests. One place it can be found is the Khabarovsk Krai, centered around the eastern Russian city of Khabarovsk, which is the largest city on what major river? Your time starts now. And that's time. Please show your answers.
Colin, we'll get started with you. What's your answer?
Amur River.
Ashmith, what is your answer?
Amur River.
Tom, what is your answer?
Can you see where it is? Amur River.
Yes. Nithin, what do you have?
Yangtze River.
Right. Vade, what do you have?
Amur River.
Anish, what do you have?
Yenisei River.
Napu, what do you have?
The Amur River.
Andrew, what do you have?
Amur River.
And Roman, what do you have?
Amur River.
And good job to everyone who got it. The correct answer is the Amur River. And so that concludes round 9. Back
right.
to you.
Well, that was a long round. We're gonna go to the standing slide to see what has changed. And as we can see, Ash Smith and Vade are tied again at 19. Anish at 18, Andrew with 17, Nathan with 15, and as well as Tom. Napu with 14, not far behind, Roman with 11, and Colin with 10. But if you are behind, do not lose hope. Round 10, we still have one more round to go before our eliminations. Round 10 is called bonus splits. This round is an oral round in which you'll be asked to answer 3 rapid fire questions, each worth 1 point. If you get all 3 correct, you will receive a bonus question worth 1 more point. Move quickly though, you only have 6 seconds to answer each question. At the end of the round, the lowest 4 scores will be eliminated from the competition. Got it, guys? Let's get started now with Colin. Colin, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Boracay, a renowned island known for its resorts and beaches, is located near the Calamian archipelago in which Asian country?
The Philippines?
The Philippines is correct. Which South American capital city is located in the Pichincha province?
Can you repeat the question? My
Sure.
computer is there.
Which South American capital city is located in the Pichincha province?
Quito?
Quito is correct. Tangerang, Depok, and Bekasi are cities within the greater metropolitan area of the largest city on what island?
Java?
Java is correct. Since you got all 3 correct, here's your bonus question. The island of Arwad, one of the only inhabited islands in the Levantine Sea, is found off the coast of what country?
Can you spell Arwad?
Arwad is spelled A-R-W-A-D.
Can you repeat the question?
All right. The island of Arwad, one of the only inhabited islands in the Levantine Sea, is found off the coast of what country?
Israel?
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Syria. All right, we're on to Ash Smith now. Ash Smith, you ready?
Mhm.
All right. Graceland, a mansion once home to Elvis Presley, is located in which city, the most populous on the Mississippi River?
Memphis,
Memphis is correct. The kip is the currency of what landlocked country that was a former French colony?
Laos,
Laos is correct. The Amwaj Islands are a group of artificial islands located east of Dammam in what Gulf?
Gulf of Tonkin,
I'm sorry, the correct answer is the Persian Gulf. Right, so no bonus question for you. We're gonna move now on to Tom. Tom, are you ready?
Yeah.
The island of Bioko is located just south of the Bekasi Peninsula in what country?
Equatorial Guinea.
Yes, that is correct. Tamil and Telugu are the most.
Wait. No, that's. Oh no. I thought you said. Okay, that's an ambiguous question because it said Bakassi Peninsula on what country? So like it wasn't.
The island of Bioko is located just south of the Bekasi Peninsula in what country? So yes, the word is slightly confusing. So yeah, we will accept both Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea there. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to ask that as well.
Tamil and Telugu are the most spoken languages of which language family, spoken primarily in southern India and northern Sri Lanka?
Dravidian.
Dravidian is correct. Name the largest of the Canary Islands.
Tenerife.
Tenerife is correct. Now here's your bonus question. One location depicted in Forza Horizon 3 is Surface Paradise, a seaside resort and suburb of Gold Coast, located on the western shoreline of what sea?
The Coral Sea.
The Coral Sea is correct. So you get all 4 points. On to Nithin. Nithin, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here's your question. Paro International Airport is the only international airport serving what Asian country?
Bhutan.
Bhutan is correct. Rawson, Trelew, and Trevelyan are all cities in which South American country?
Can you please repeat that?
Rawson, Trelew, and Trevelyan are all cities in which South American country?
Can you please spell the cities?
All right, Rawson is spelled Rawson, Trelew is spelled Trelew, and Trevelyan is spelled Trevelin.
Argentina.
Argentina is correct. Over 20% of ships in the world are registered to what Latin American country that was formerly part of Gran Colombia?
Panama.
Panama is correct. Now here is your bonus question. A statue of a big fiddle can be seen in the town of Sydney, located on what Nova Scotian island that contains an inland sea known as Brador Lake?
Cape Breton Island.
Cape Breton Island is correct. So you get all 4 points. All right, on to Vade. Vade, are you ready?
Yeah.
Name the largest lake in Turkey east of the region of Cappadocia.
Lake Van.
Lake Van is correct. What city located at the mouth of the Fraser River is named after a British officer in the Royal Navy?
Vancouver.
Vancouver is correct. The 17th parallel line was the location of a demilitarized zone from 1954 to 1976 that ran partially along the Ben Hai River in what country, the site of a major war?
Could you repeat the question?
All right. The 17th parallel line was the location of a demilitarized zone from 1954 to 1976 that ran partially along the Ben Hai River in what country, the site of a major war?
Could you spell Ben Hai?
Ben Hai is spelled Ben space Hai.
Vietnam.
Vietnam is correct. Here's your bonus question. The world's largest artificial reservoir by surface area is what lake formed from the creation of the Akosombo Dam?
Lake Volta.
Lake Volta is correct. We move now on to Anish. Anish,
Yes.
are you ready? All right.
Yes.
Current conflicts in the Tigray region are an issue in the northern parts of which African country?
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia is correct. The island of Phu Quoc, the largest in Vietnam, is off the southern coast of what neighboring country?
Cambodia.
Cambodia is correct. Which African country's flag is blue on its top half and has a yellow sun on the right-hand side? That is time. Yes, so unfortunately, you weren't able to get in time. The correct answer was Rwanda. Okay, on to Napu. Napu, are you ready?
Yes.
The Hainish Islands are in the Red Sea, claimed by Eritrea in which Asian country across to the east?
Saudi Arabia.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Yemen. New Amsterdam is located across the mouth of a major river from which South American capital city?
Buenos Aires.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Paramaribo. And finally, located in the Malaysian state of Sabah, which mountain is the highest peak on the island of Borneo?
Mount Saba.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Mount Kinabalu. All right, we move now on to Andrew. Andrew, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Lake Mjosa, one of the deepest lakes in Europe and Scandinavia, is located north of what capital city at the entrance of the Skagerrak?
Oslo.
Oslo is correct. Muharraq and Rifa are cities in which island nation connected to the Asian mainland by the King Fahd Causeway?
Bahrain.
Bahrain is correct. Which Canadian city located between the St. Lawrence and Prairies rivers contains the suburbs of Charlemagne and Laval?
Quebec City.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Montreal. And finally, Roman. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Etosha Pan National Park is located in what country?
Namibia.
Namibia is correct. Name the highest peak of Haiti. All right, that is time. The correct answer was Peak La Selle. And finally, the highest mountain in the Beskids, Mount Babia, is located on the border between Slovakia and which other country?
Poland.
Poland is correct, and that ends round 10. Right, just a second. All right, we'll see who is moving on in the competition. Let's check it out. And we see that Vade is up there with 23, Ashmith with 21, Anish with 20, and Andrew, Nathan, and Tom all with 19. Unfortunately, Napu, Roman, and Colin are eliminated. That means we have to say goodbye to you three. Congratulations, though, for already making it this far already into the GeoElite Top 10 finals. Great job. As for our top 6 contestants in the safe zone, they will be moving on to round 11. Srini, take it away.
We will now take a break before the contestants begin round 11. During this break, you may get out of your seat and go take a drink of water. We'll be back when all of you are ready and we will resume the competition then. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be coming back in a few minutes.
All right. And
welcome back to the final competition for the Summer GeoElite Geography Tournament. We have narrowed the field down to 6 contestants who are ready to battle out for the top 4 spots in the next 5 rounds. The scores will carry over from the previous 10 rounds, and after round 15, the top 2 scorers will be moving on to the championship round. Let's take a look at the current top 6 leaderboard and get started with round 11. Round 11 is called Underground Studies. This round is a common question round, so get your writing devices out. A correct answer is worth 2 points. No time to waste, let's get started. Humans have been able to map the world over hundreds of years through optics, exploration, and discovery. However, deep underground, there are still a lot of things that scientists and humans don't understand. Now here is your question. In May of 1970, in the frigid Arctic cold, a drill known as the Uralmash 4E began the creation of the deepest borehole in the world, which for 2 decades held the title of the world's longest borehole in terms of measured depth, and continued to be the world's deepest ever man-made hole in the Earth's crust. The project was eventually abandoned in 1995 and remains sealed off near the limits of a large peninsula located northwest of the White Sea Throat, named this peninsula with the easternmost range of the Sami languages. I'm going to repeat the question. In the May of 1970, in the frigid Arctic cold, a drill known as the Uralmash 4E began the creation of the deepest borehole in the world, which for 2 decades held the title of the world's longest borehole in terms of measured depth, and continued to be the world's deepest ever man-made hole in the Earth's crust. The project was eventually abandoned in 1995 and remains sealed off near the limits of a large peninsula located northwest of the White Sea Throat. Named this peninsula with the easternmost range of the Sami languages. Your time first now. And that's time. Please show your answer.
okay. So Ashmith, you're up first.
Kola Peninsula.
Okay. Next up is Tom. What do you have?
Karelia Peninsula.
Okay. Nathan, what do you have?
Murmansk Peninsula.
Okay. Vade, what do you have?
Kola Peninsula.
Anish, what do you have?
Kola Peninsula.
And Andrew, what do you have?
Kola Peninsula.
And the Kola Peninsula is the correct answer. Good job to everyone who got it.
Okay, we're gonna take a look at the standings now to see how everybody's doing. So we can see that Vade is ahead with 24, Ashmith with 22, Anish not far behind with 21, Andrew with 20, and Nithin and Tom tied at 19.
Hey, Warren. I thought this round was worth 2 points.
Oh, I apologize. Yes, the scores are not.
Yeah, it's worth 2.
Correct. So let's fix them. All right, we have adjusted the scores. Each person now has had 2 points for in that round.
Warren, Nitin and Tom had 19 at the end of round 10.
Yes, I counted their answers incorrectly. So let's fix it one more time. Sorry about that. All right, so this time we do have the correct scores. Vade ahead with 25, Ashmith with 23, Anish with 22, Andrew with 21, Nithin and Tom with 19.
But hang on. You only took away 1 point from their score.
Yes.
Aren't you supposed to take away 2?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I had 19 before.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought. Okay.
So
No
now,
more mistakes then.
yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on to round 12 now. Round 12 is called Pyramid Pirate. This is a common question round, so get your writing devices out. The question is a pyramid round, which will consist of 5 clues, decreasing in difficulty and point value as they go. Getting the question correct on the first clue will earn you 5 points. The second clue is 4 points. The third clue is 3 points, and so on. But beware, saying a wrong answer will get you no points, and you will not be able to write down another answer. Once you've written down your answer for a clue, please state so either verbally or in the chat, or please verbally, not in the chat. And once you have written down your answer for a clue, please do that so we can record the number of points that you have earned for the question. Good luck, and let's get started now with the first clue. This island is home to the White Mountains in its Chania prefecture, and its highest point is Mount Ida. Again, this island is home to the White Mountains in its Chania prefecture, and its highest point is Mount Ida.
Can you spell Chania?
Chania is spelled Chania.
Can you spell Ida?
Ida is IDA. If you would like to put your answer on this hint, then you may say lock verbally.
I'm locked.
Okay, so Vade locks. Who else locked?
I locked.
Okay, Ashmith locks. Does anybody else want to lock other than Vade and Ashmith? Nobody? Okay, so Vade and Ashmith, you have gotten it on the first clue. So we're going to move on to clue number 2 now. This is worth 4 points. This island's Samaria Gorge has been designated as a national park. Again, this island's Samaria Gorge has been designated as a national park. You all have 12 seconds. Would anybody like to lock? Would anybody like to lock? Second call, last call. Okay, we are going on to hint number 3 now. Here's hint number 3. This is worth 3 points. This island, The fifth largest in the Mediterranean Sea is located southeast of the Mani Peninsula. Again, this island, the fifth largest in the Mediterranean Sea, is located southeast of the Mani Peninsula.
I'm locking.
Okay. Nathan, that was you, right?
Yeah.
I wish to lock as well.
And Anish locks. Tom or Andrew, would you like to lock? Okay. Guess that is you. So we'll be moving on to hint number 4. This is worth 2 points. The archaeological site of Knossos is located on this island and is often referred to as Europe's oldest city. The archaeological site of Knossos, spelled Knossos, located on this island, is often referred to as Europe's oldest city.
I'll lock.
I'll lock.
Oh, do I have to raise my answer?
Not yet.
Okay.
I wish to lock as well.
Okay, both of you lock. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody please show your answers now. Ashmith, could you move your answer up a bit? You have Crete. Vade, what do you have? You have Crete. Nathan has Crete. Tom, I can't see you. Oh, you have Crete, okay. Anish has Crete and Andrew has Crete. So everybody has Crete. So good job, everybody got the correct answer there. Vade and Ashmith will get 5 points. Nathan and Anish will get 3. And Andrew and Tom will get 2. So good job to everybody on that one. All right. All right, we're ready to go take a look at the standings. And here it is. Vade out in front again with 30, Ashmith with 28, Anish with 25, Andrew with 23, Nathan with 22, and Tom with 21. Don't lose hope though. We're moving on now to round 13. Take it away, Srini.
Round 13 is called Business Moguls. This round is an oral round and will test your knowledge on some of the richest people from around the world. You'll have 12 seconds to answer your question once it's your turn, and giving a correct answer will be worth 2 points. Remember to keep your hands on the camera, and let's get started with round 13. Ashmit, here's your question. Are you ready? Spotify, a popular music streaming service, was founded in 2006 by Daniel Ek, an entrepreneur and billionaire who was born in a city located on what lake, sandwiched between the urban centers of Västerås and Eskilstuna? Let me spell that. Eskilstuna.
Lake Van Ern.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Lake Mälaren. And Tom, here is your question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. PayPal, a money payment service established in 1998 in Palo Alto, California, became a subsidiary of eBay in 2002. eBay's founder, Pierre Omidyar, has roots in what Middle Eastern country with landmarks such as the Azadi Tower and Bomb Citadel?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. 1 second. Okay. PayPal, a money payment service established in 1998 in Palo Alto, California, became a subsidiary of eBay in 2002. eBay's founder, Pierre Omidyar, has roots in what Middle Eastern country with landmarks such as the Azadi Tower and Bomb Citadel?
Iran.
Yeah, that's correct. And Nathan, here's your question. Are you ready?
Yes.
The CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai, was born in Chennai, India, where he received his but received his degree from IIT Kharagpur, a university in its namesake city, located in what Indian state that borders the neighboring states of Jharkhand and Assam?
Can you please spell Kharagpur?
Yep. Kharagpur.
West Bengal.
Yep, that's correct. Good job. And Ved, here's your question.
Yeah.
Joseph Tsai, a friend of Jack Ma and the executive vice chairman of Alibaba Group, is known to be a sports enthusiast, being the owner of the Brooklyn Nets, and a philanthropist, donating almost $1.6 million worth of medical equipment to US cities during the COVID-19 pandemic. He was born on what island with an administrative center located along the Tamsui River?
Taiwan.
Yes, that's correct. And Anish.
My turn?
Yeah. TVS Motor Company, a motorcycle manufacturing company headquartered in India, was the first Indian company to take part in the Dakar Rally, a transcontinental off-road endurance event. The company took part in the 2015 Dakar Rally, which started in what major city, sharing its name with a province indented by the Sambarombon Bay?
Could you spell the bay?
Yeah. Samboromon.
Chittagong?
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Buenos Aires. And yeah, last, Andrew. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Carlos Slim, the richest man in the world during 2010 to 2013, and currently the richest man in all of Latin America, is known for his massive fortune, which he accumulated through investing in certain companies throughout his lifetime. One of the many things he invested in was a soccer club, Lyon, named after its location in the city of Lyon, the largest urban center in which Mexican state?
San Luis Potosi.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is Guanajuato. And that concludes round 13. Back to you, Juan.
All right. All right, that ends round 13. We're gonna go on and see the standings to see how everybody's doing. As of now, Vade and Ashmith are still going through to the championship round. Anish, Nithin, Andrew, and Tom not far behind though. We are going to move on to round 14, which is called Atlas Adventure. This round is a common question round and is designed to challenge your mental map of the world. You will have 12 seconds to answer after I repeat the question, and you may not ask for spelling or another repeat. Each correct answer is worth 2 points. Good luck, and let's get started with round 14. For everybody, the Red Bay Basque Whaling Station is a UNESCO World Heritage Site established by Basque mariners in the 16th century that provides one of the best preserved testimonies to the European whaling tradition. This whaling station is located at the southeastern tip of the region of Labrador on what strait? Again, the Red Bay Basque Whaling Station is a UNESCO World Heritage Site established by Basque mariners in the 16th century that provides one of the best preserved testimonies to the European whaling tradition. This whaling station is located at the southeastern tip of the region of Labrador on what strait? You'll have 12 seconds. Okay, that's time. Please show your answers. First is Ashmith. What do you have?
Strait of Belle.
Strait of Belle. Okay. Tom, what do you have?
I don't know, the Strait of Newfoundland.
Okay. Nathan, what do you have?
Strait of Belle Isle.
Vade, what do you have? Vade?
Yeah, sorry about that. Strait of Belle Isle.
Okay. Anish, what do you have?
Strait of Belle Isle.
And Andrew, what do you have?
The Davis Strait.
The correct answer for 2 points is the Strait of Belle Isle. So almost everybody, or the majority of you got that one correct. So we're going to move on to question number 2 now. Here it is. The Lord Howe Islands, located in the Tasman Sea, are administered by Australia and consist primarily of virtually untouched and undisturbed wilderness. This island group, which has a population of just below 400, is controlled by which coastal Australian state surrounding the Jervis Bay territory? Again, the Lord Howe Islands, located in the Tasman Sea, are administered by Australia and consist primarily of virtually untouched and undisturbed wilderness. This island group, which has a population of just below 400 people, is controlled by which coastal Australian state surrounding the Jervis Bay territory? You will have 12 seconds. That's time. Please show your answers. Ashmith, what do you have?
New South Wales.
All right. What do you have, Tom?
New South Wales.
Nathan?
New South Wales.
Wade?
New South Wales.
Anish?
New South Wales.
Andrew?
New South Wales.
Oh, everybody has New South Wales, and that is the correct answer. Good job to everybody there. All right, let's go straight on to question number 3. Here it is. Located in the only Indian state that borders Myanmar and Bangladesh, which state capital, located in very close proximity to the Tropic of Cancer, is situated in the mountainous terrain of the Mizo Hills? Again, located in the only Indian state that borders Myanmar and Bangladesh, which state capital, located in very close proximity to the Tropic of Cancer, is situated in the mountainous terrain of the Mizo Hills? You will have 12 seconds. All right, it's time. Please share your answers. Ashmith, what do you have?
Agartala.
Okay. Tom, what do you have?
Azal.
Nathan, what do you have?
Info.
Vade, what do you have?
Aizawal.
Anish, what do you have?
Azal.
And Andrew, what do you have?
Azal.
The correct answer is Azal. So most of you got that one correct. Good job. Okay, we're going to move on to question number 4 now. Everybody ready? Okay, let's get started. The largest city in the world with no road accessibility, Iquitos, is a major center of tourism and trade in Peru and serves as the gateway to the Amazon rainforest, being situated on the banks of the mighty Amazon River. Iquitos is located in what largest Peruvian department that is the only subdivision in the nation to border 3 different countries? Again, the largest city in the world with no road accessibility. Iquitos is a major center of tourism and trade in Peru and serves as the gateway to the Amazon rainforest, being situated on the banks of the mighty Amazon River. Iquitos is located in what largest Peruvian department that is the only subdivision in the nation to border 3 different countries? You will have 12 seconds. All right, guys, that is time. Please share your answers. Ashmith, what do you have?
Loretto.
Tom, what do you have?
Laredo.
Nathan, what do you have?
Amazonas.
Vade, what do you have?
Laredo.
Anish, what do you have?
Loreto.
And Andrew, what do you have?
Loretto.
Correct answer for 2 points is Loreto. So good job. Most of you got that one correct. All right, on to the final question. Tassili Niger National Park, known for its prehistoric cave art, was inducted into the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 1982. This national park is located in the Elisi province. In which other province of Algeria, the largest in the country, that is home to Mount Tahat? Again, Tassili Niger National Park, known for its prehistoric cave art, was inducted into the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in 1982. This national park is located in the Elisi province, and which other province of Algeria, the largest in the country, that is home to Mount Tahat? You'll have 12 seconds. That is time, guys. Please show your answers. Ashmith, what do you have?
Come on, reset.
Could you repeat that?
Come on, reset.
Tom, what do you have?
Come on, Rosset.
Ethan, what do you have?
Come on, reset.
Dade, what do you have?
Taman Rasat Province.
Okay. Anish, what do you have?
Taman Rasat Province.
And Andrew, what do you have?
Oriental.
Okay. The correct answer there is Taman Rasat. So almost all of you get that one correct. All right. All right. Another tough round. And we are going to the leaderboard to see how things have changed. Currently, we see that Vade is still on top with a commanding total of 42 points. Ashmith close behind with 36. Anish close behind with 35. Nathan, Tom, and Andrew with 32, 31, and 29, respectively. Now we are going on to round 15. This is going back to Srini. Take it away.
All right. Round 15 is called Rocks and Minerals. This round is an oral round and will test your knowledge in peculiar rocks and minerals. You'll have 12 seconds to answer your question, which will be worth 2 points. At the end of the round, we will tabulate the scores, and the top 2 contestants will move on to the final round. Good luck, and let's get started. Ashmit, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Cinnabar, a reddish mineral, is the most common source ore for extracting the element of mercury, which becomes liquid at room temperature. The usage of mercury was believed in some places in Asia to prolong life and maintain good health, despite the opposite being true. One of these places is what large plateau region that was the western frontier of the Mongol Yuan dynasty and is home to a sacred mountain peak revered by adherents of Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. Cinnabar, a reddish mineral, is the most common source ore for extracting the element of mercury, which becomes liquid at room temperature. The usage of mercury was believed in some places in Asia to prolong life and maintain good health, despite the opposite being true. One of these places is what large plateau region that was the western frontier of the Mongol Yuan dynasty and is home to a sacred mountain peak revered by adherents of Hinduism, Jainism, and Buddhism.
The Tibetan Plateau.
Warren, should we accept that?
It's Tibet. We will accept that. That is correct for 2 points.
That's correct, right?
Warren,
Yes.
my computer is frozen. It refuses to do anything.
Oh, we can hear you fine. So,
Okay, that's a comfort.
okay. So
Wait, so Ashmit's answer is accepted, right?
yes, Ashmith's answer is
All right.
correct. Okay, we're gonna move on to Tom now for the second question.
All right, Tom, are you ready?
Yeah.
A type of ultramafic mantle-derived volcanic rock with an extremely high magnesium content, gomatite, was formed billions of years ago from high degrees of partially melted mantle at extremely high temperatures. Comatites are especially rare and have been found in remarkable abundance on Gorgona Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site located just off the coast of what large mountain range?
Can you spell the name of the island?
Yeah, Gorgona.
Can you repeat the question?
All right. a type of ultramorphic mantle-derived volcanic rock with an extremely high magnesium content. Comatite was formed billions of years ago from high degrees of partially melted mantle at extremely high temperatures. Comatites are especially rare but have been found in remarkable abundance on Gorgona Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site located just off the coast of what large mountain range?
The Virunga Mountains.
I'm sorry, the correct answer is the Andes Mountains. Listen, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here's your question. A mineral found in large abundance, kaolinite is a key component of pottery and ceramic crafts due to its clay composition. Kaolinite is mined as kaolin in many countries, including in the Rila Mountains, which separate Sofia from what city on the Maritsa River that was originally settled by the Romans in a region of 7 hills. That's time. I'm sorry, the correct answer is Plovdiv.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
One of the hardest minerals known to mankind, corundum registers as a 9 on the most hardness scale, just below diamond. Corundum is a crystalline form of aluminum oxide containing minute portions of 3 other elements of the periodic table. The word corundum is derived from which language spoken in South India that has over 70 million first language speakers and is an official language of 2 other countries besides India?
Tamil?
Yeah, Tamil is correct. That's correct. And next question. Anish, are you ready?
Yes.
Named after a very rare element, wolframite, along with scheelite, make up the most important tungsten ore minerals and was found in Europe in the past. One of the regions it was found in is located on a peninsula that controls the offshore Isles of Scilly, whose St. Agnes Island is the southernmost point of England. Name this region.
Cornwall.
Yeah, that's correct. Good job. And Andrew, here's your question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Located north of the Malay Peninsula and the Isthmus of Kra, the region of Tenasserim is mainly located in Myanmar and is home to a number of jade mines that produce some of the finest jade in the world. The region of Tenasserim is located west of what large archipelago in the city of Mayik, whose largest island is Kadan Kyun. Let me spell the city name. Myeik.
Mergui Archipelago.
Yeah, that's correct. Good job. And that finishes round 15. Let's now take a look at the leaderboard.
All right, the time is now to see who will be moving on to the championship round. Take a look at the leaderboard, and we can see that our top 2 contestants are Vade and Ashmith. Congratulations, both of you will be moving on to the championship round. Congratulations as well to our 4 other top 6 contestants who have done so well to get this far in the competition. Job really well done. We'll be taking a short break, but we'll be back soon for the championship round of the GeoElite tournament. Stay tuned. Welcome to the championship round for this summer's GeoElite Geography Tournament. We have narrowed down to our top 2 finalists, Vade Muthusamy from the state of Michigan and Ashmith Kumbala from the state of Texas. In this round, both of you will be given 3 common questions, and your scores will be reset prior to the round. You'll be given 12 seconds to write down your answer after I repeat each question once, so think carefully. At the end of the 3rd question, the student with the highest score will be declared the champion of the Summer GeoElite Geography Tournament. You ready, guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
For the final time tonight, let's get started. Here is the first question. Often used as a starting point to the famous sandstone monolith of Uluru, the town of Alice Springs is situated along the Stewart Highway about halfway between the Great Sandy Desert and what other large desert to the southeast, the fourth largest in Australia, that extends from the Northern Territory into Queensland in South Australia? Again, often used as a starting point to the famous sandstone monolith of Uluru. The town of Alice Springs is situated along the Stuart Highway, about halfway between the Great Sandy Desert and what other large desert to the southeast, the fourth largest in Australia, that extend from the Northern Territory into Queensland and South Australia? You will have 12 seconds. Right, that is time, guys. Please show your answers. Vade is up first with what is your answer?
Tanami Desert.
And Ashmith, what is your answer?
Great Victoria Desert.
Two different answers. Correct answer is the Simpson Desert. So both of you get that one incorrect, right? We're moving on to the second question now. The historical importance of the region of Savoy, a cultural region in southeastern France, has contributed enormously to the shaping of present-day European borders and past military engagements in the 16th century. The current capital of the region of Savoy is what alpine mountain town located across the Massif de Chartreuse from neighboring Grenoble? Again, the historical importance of the region of Savoy is a cultural region in southeastern France and has contributed enormously to the shaping of present-day European borders and past military engagements in the 16th century. The current capital of the region of Savoy is what alpine mountain town located across the Massif de Chartreuse from neighboring Grenoble? You will have 12 seconds. That is time. Please show your answers. Vade, what do you have?
Chamonix.
And Ashmith, what do you have?
Chamonix.
Two of the same answers. The correct answer is Chambéry. So both of you got that one wrong. So we're still tied at 0-0 going into the final question. Here it is. South Korea is one of the fastest aging countries in the world. The island of Nakdo is a big example of this societal problem, having only 4 children left on the island and a rapidly depopulating city center. The island of Nakdo is located in the Yellow Sea, southwest of what major port city in the Gyeonggi province that is home to the country's largest and most important airport? Again, South Korea is one of the fastest aging countries in the world. The island of Nakdo is a big example of this societal problem, having only 4 children left on the island in a rapidly depopulating city center. The island of Nakdo is located in the Yellow Sea, southwest of what major port city in the Gyeonggi province that is home to the country's largest and most important airport? You'll have 12 seconds. That is time, guys. Please show your answers. Vade, what do you have?
Incheon.
And Ashmith, what do you have?
Incheon.
Could you repeat your answer?
Incheon.
Okay. The correct answer here is Incheon. So we will be going to tiebreakers. Well, we are tied now at 1, and it seems that 3 questions cannot separate both our finalists. In this case, we will move on to the tiebreaker round. The tiebreaker round will be sudden death. If at any point we do have a contestant that gets a question correct, with the other contestant getting it wrong, then we will crown our champion for the Summer GeoElite Geography Tournament. All right? Both of you, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get straight to the first question. Not to be grouped with Muslims, the Druze are a population of Arabic-speaking individuals originating from Western Asia that follow their own religion. The countries with the 3 highest populations of individuals that identify as Druze are all located along what eastern arm of the Mediterranean Sea that receives the Pidios River? Again, not to be grouped with the Muslims. The Druze are a population of Arabic-speaking individuals originating from Western Asia that follow their own religion. The countries with the 3 highest populations of individuals that identify as Druze are all located along what eastern arm of the Mediterranean Sea that receives the Pidios River? You will have 12 seconds. All right, that is time, guys. Please show your answers. Vade, what do you have?
Levantine Sea.
Ashmith, what do you have?
Levantine Sea.
All right, both of the same answers. The correct answer is the Levantine Sea. So we will be going on to the next tiebreaker. Here it is. An important religious center in Ukraine. The city of Kharkiv is located along the banks of the Kharkiv, Lopan, and Udi rivers, and is the 2nd largest city in Ukraine. This city is located northeast of Vlasivka, on the shores of what reservoir? The largest reservoir on the course of the Dnieper River. Again, an important religious center in Ukraine. The city of Kharkiv is located along the banks of the Kharkiv, Lopan, and Udi rivers, and is the 2nd largest city in Ukraine. The city is located northeast of Vlasivka, on the shores of what reservoir? The largest reservoir on the course of the Dnieper River. You will have 12 seconds. Guys, that is time. Please show your answers. Vade, what do you have?
Dnipropetrovsk Reservoir.
And Ashmith, what do you have?
I have the Kremenchuk Reservoir.
2 different answers here. And I can tell you now that one of them is correct. The correct answer for the win and for the title of the Summer GeoElite Tournament champion is the Kremenchuk Reservoir. So Ashmith is our winner for the 3rd ever GeoElite Geography Tournament. Congratulations to him. Congratulations as well to Ashmith. You guys have done so well to get here. Great job to both of you. Applause as well to all of our top 10 finalists, our elimination round competitors, and everyone that has participated in this summer's GeoElite Geography Tournament. Let's take a look now at the final standings. Ashmith is our champion. In first place, Vade in second, Anish, Nithin, Tom, Andrew constituting the rest of the top 6, and Napu, Roman, Colin, and Siddharth Dasri finishing off our top 10. Again, congratulations to everybody. Remember that you can email us at geoeliteteam@gmail.com for any questions you may have, and check in the description box down below for the sign-up link for the winter tournament. Thanks a bunch and keep studying.